Oh, what I do with it? Okay, cool. That worked. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Y'all hit that like button, man, and shut it live. Shut it live, man. Y'all hit that like button. There you go. What's up, y'all? Y'all hit that like button and please subscribe. Y'all see the y'all see the green screen? Read it and weep. I know you see it. Y'all see the green screen? Kamelo Anthony, innocent. Very innocent. Y'all already know what it is. And I'm definitely going to give mine. First of all, let me just get over it a bit. Go ahead and show this. Because I already got the paperwork right here. Okay. This one right here. Now, as you can see, defense called Frisco police officer to the stand. Make sure I got my, hold on. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, to the stand by, okay, Hannah Jones and whatever. The defense called officer Bureau, hold on, make sure, where my dog on down? Oh Lord, I don't got my dog on magnifying glasses. Anyway, okay. With Frisco Police Department to the stand. Raleigh, Raleigh, I can't see that. Called out to the stadium on April 2nd. He was assigned to assist with the interviewing witness. He said to the interview witness and previously testified that trial that witness knew both Kamelo and Austin. I believe we talking about Eddie. That should be Eddie. Oh, that's Riley. I'm sorry, Riley. I apologize. Riley said he looked at though the witness phone, checking Snapchats, texts, and videos. He said he did not recall if he saw any deleted videos. Riley told the jury that he did not take the phone to be looked at. Be looked at. Okay, anyway. He testifies that under the Texas law, certain items are prohibited in specific locations. He said knives with blades under 5.5 inches are not illegal to have at a school stadium, but they are against school policy. They are at school policy. Now, it makes sense that you can't bring no weapon to school. I mean, come on, man, come on. That's common sense. That's common sense. Now, people are not gonna like this. People are not gonna like this. Hold on, let me go to the next one. I got more. Don't. I got more. I got more. Give it your content. And right here is next, I believe. Boom. Boom. Okay. Defense Hunter started with the moderate tone and it got more aggressive. Witness, yes, sir. Now, defendants, do you remember telling the detective you need to move before I beat your, kiku? Witness, I don't recall that. Okay, defendants approach the witness with proper, hold on, with purpose. Witness, y'all gotta excuse me because I promise you I can read this because I need my damn glass. Hold on, man. Y'all can, because I know y'all talking shit. This nigga can't even read. Oh, hold on, I know what some glasses is. I know what some glasses. God damn. I know I'm blind. Okay. Ooh. I know you lying. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, witness with papers. Witness agrees. Austin said something like that or similar to that of wanting to beat his, defense. Austin is standing up. Uh, Mello is still seated. Witness, yes. Defense that when Mello reached it in big bag. Oh hell no! Hold on. I can't read these out of these damn glasses. Oh, I feel embarrassed. Oh my God. You know what? I'm gonna have to use the phone. Boom. Wow. I really need glasses. Y'all better not be laughing at me. Dude, okay, perfect. Now, okay, that's when Mello reached in the bag after Austin mentioned something about wanting to beat his pew. You know what? Witness, yes. Defendant Austin calls his bluff and says, I know you don't have anything in that bag. Witness, yes. Okay. Defense. For Austin to make his way to Mello, he has to move up 5 rows. Whoa, hold on. Let me read that again. For Austin to make his way to Mello, he has to move up 5 rows. So they was fucking really going back and forth, yelling at each other. So where was the staff? Where was the staff? Why was staff wasn't around? You know, if Mello had to move up 5 rows, I mean, if excuse me, if Austin had to move up 5 rows to get to Mello, where was staff? So if Austin had to move up 5 rows to Mello, that means they was arguing at each other. Now we are at a track and field meet, right? With students around, and I'm quite sure staff was around. Who's going to coach the track and field meet? Usually the school coaches. I mean, maybe you have some student coaches or whatever. I don't know if it's just, I never heard of just students coaching a track and field. I mean, maybe. I mean, why not? If they talented, if they, I don't know, or whatever. Student teachers, teachers. I mean, students. But I'm quite sure it was some adults around. Staff. I'm expecting, because how in the hell that they were letting Austin approach. Why would they let him approach Kamelo? Because he had to move up 5 rows. It says right there in the last text. Defense, hold on, broke ass glasses. Defense Austin to make his way to Mello, he had to move up 5 rows. He had to move up 5 rows to get to Mello. So they screaming back and forth at each other because Mello is sitting under the tent trying to get out the rain, because I believe they had tornado watch all day that day. But before Mello sat down, I believe Mello had approached a young man named Eddie, and they shook hands because they knew each other. They all knew each other before this altercation. I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet this ain't had nothing to do with Kamelo sitting under that damn tent. I believe it was something else going on behind the scenes, because why Mello had to bring a knife to track and field meet? Now, but even though that's the main reason why he in trouble, but hold on, because this right here, in the state of Texas, a police officer just told the jury that Kamelo was not illegal to carry in Texas. You can like it, you don't love it, you can hate it, you can whatever, but that's facts. That's facts. That's facts. And not only they didn't talk about in court that Mello's knife was legal and not illegal to have at that stadium, but he was all in self-defense mode. Not only Kamelo was in self-defense mode, he was legally in self-defense mode. He was not illegally in self-defense mode. He was legally in self-defense mode. And if you read this, hold on, Let me put this back up there. Let me put this back up. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh no, that's not the one. So I gotta put my excuse because you read that yellow, been marked in yellow fine print. He testifies that under Texas law, certain knives are prohibited in specific locations. He said knives with blades under 5.5 inches not illegal to have at not only in the state of Texas at school, but they are against school policy. But they not have at a school stadium. They not illegal to have at a school stadium, but they are against school policies. Of course, that's common sense. You're not. Why would you bring a knife to school? You don't need no knife to school. Which I got a science project or something, a homemaking school. Well, I mean, they got all that in there anyway. Probably plastic knives and shit like that. They probably don't even let y'all rock like that. You know, real knives. You know, especially in black schools. or Hispanic school. My bad. Shout out to my Mexicans. Love y'all. But that isn't fine weed. A knife under 5.5 inches is not illegal to have at a school stadium, but against schools' policies. They are against school policies, but not at a school stadium. I think you can bring alcohol at a school stadium. I don't know. Long as it's not by the school, I think. No, I don't think you could bring it. But you might can get it. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't mind that. But this paperwork, what I'm reading ain't wrong. You can bet your ass on that one. Excuse my language. Excuse me, YouTube. I apologize. Because some kids might listen to this. But you could even find that word in the Bible. But anyway, I just want to drop this jewel on y'all because the court ignored the legal knife that Kamelo Anthony had that he used against Austin. It was not illegal to have at that school stadium, even though I still wonder why he wanted to bring a knife at that school stadium. What reason? Obviously, Anthony must knew something was going to happen, or he needed a knife to protect himself. Why? Was this premeditated? I don't know. Because I got to be real. Was this premeditated? Did Austin knew he was going to get into some altercation if he set up under the tent? Did he knew this? But then, that's iffy too. I can't really say that he knew because he knew the people over there. He knew the people over there already before he sat down. He dabbed Eddie up. And he knew Riley and them. They already knew each other. Austin and the brother, they already knew, and Kamelo Anthony. Before they already been mingling, dealing and whatever with each other before some damn track and field meet. They've already been knowing each other behind the scenes. All of them know each other. Eddie and Riley know all of it. No, they know everybody. Everybody grew up together. Everybody went to the same school. And a different whatever. But anyway, y'all can whoever say Kamelo Anthony was wrong, but what would you do if you got now Kamelo ain't nothing but what 5'4", 5. He real short, ain't nothing but 130 something pounds. 100, he's a real skinny light dude. Mind you, Kamelo is dealing with damn near 200-pound athlete football players. Hold on, excuse me, a team captain of the football team, huge. Hold on. Let me put a picture up there. Hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me put a picture up there. Hold on. Okay, it's taking a while for the picture to get up there. I don't know why. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wrong picture. Now that's officer that you're looking at right there. That is the officer that was on the stand that said Kamelo was not in fault, not wrong. It was, I mean, his knife was legal. His knife was legal. It was not illegal to have at that stadium. Now, hold on, let me put this up here. I'm trying to go, dudes. I got other pictures. I'm thinking that I want to, because the guy to the left is Austin. I got another picture of Austin. But damn, he's a football player though, man. It's better right here. I put this one up. Okay, now there you go. That's perfect picture. Now that's Austin, the number 33. Number 33. That's Austin. Say, man, that boy, I ain't no homo, no diddy. But look at Austin. That dude is built like an adult. Now he got two of these dudes right here that's jumping on little old Austin. Austin is small. He's not he runs track. Usually people that run track, they little people. You know what I'm saying? They not really all that stocky. They just got them, they got them athlete, running, He's a little dude. He's a little dude. Like my little niece is taller than him. Like, actually, I'm sorry, bigger than him. My little niece can whoop Anthony. I'm not, shout out to Anthony, free Anthony and everything, free him. But my little niece can eat. If you was to see Kamelo Anthony in person, you would, yeah, I see why he got to keep a knife on him. But to school, not only, and Kamelo wasn't going to no school in the hood like we went to. If you grew up like I grew up, but I went to school on both sides of the tracks, so it don't matter. But the schools I went to the hood, I ain't gonna lie. If you know anything about Homestead back in the Gap, I'm from Homestead, north side, northeast side that is, 59 Titwell, Homestead Titwell, that's where I grew up at. When I was going to elementary school, girls was having kids. My boy Carl, shout out to my boy Carl. We all grew up now. He always brought a weapon to school, little 22. I'm not gonna lie, that's the way I don't know, man. It's like when you grow up in the hood, it's like you grow up too fast. You grow up fast. I don't know. At least that's how I was. We didn't have all this internet, MySpace and Instagram and Facebook and, Snapchat, YouTube, we TikTok. We ain't have all that. We had Nintendo, outside basketball, hustling, flirting. Not excuse me. Well, you know what I mean. You can Anyway, we did you know with the parties. You know, we did the old school stuff. You know what I'm saying? We turntables. We had to wax. We had the CD. Or we had tape deck. The tape deck. You know. But these days, man, I wonder what, man, I'm telling you, man, I'm telling y'all, I bullshit you not. Kamelo Anthony and Austin, that incident that happened under that tent ain't had nothing to do with him sitting under that tent. I guarantee, let me say this one more time. I guarantee this ain't had nothing to do with Kamelo Anthony sitting under that bleach tent. I'm telling you, this has something to do. This some behind the scenes shit, man. Because all of them knew each other. All of them know each other. So obviously, something didn't happen between Kamelo and Austin before this track and field meet. I'm willing to bet something else happened. And it's probably over, usually, a female. Stuff like this is usually over a female. Stuff like this is usually over a female. I'm willing to bet. I bet you all the money in the world this is over behind a female. Now, the judge, I can't think of this lady's name. She been running around Texas acting a damn fool, showing up on these. I believe I guess she's a righteous leader. She's speaking up. For our people, and she put on that judge. She exposed that judge, the hell out of that judge. One day I'm gonna play that. I don't want. I gotta start, checking on stuff. Follow the YouTube guidelines. And they got the friendly guidelines. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure I have fair use. Using third party, entities, stuff like that. YouTube don't play that. So YouTube, I'm learning my lesson. Y'all work with me. Y'all let me have my advanced features. I know how they work. That once he say you, that's what gets you in the algorithm right there. The advanced features. You gotta work for that, maintain that. Once you is blessed with the advanced features, that means that that there's tools to get you in the algorithm. We put you in the algorithm. Just working on. But I'm steady learning. Community note, the false a witness testify. Yeah, but there it is. Witness says Kamelo was invited into tent. Ooh, I didn't read that part. I can't read it because it got top fans on there. Austin and Hunter asked him to leave 15 times. So what? At least 10 witnesses say Kamelo then got aggressive. Shit. After 15 times, why would he not get aggressive? Ain't you supposed to get aggressive when somebody tell you to leave? That knowing that you don't have to leave, don't nobody own nothing, and then all of a sudden they want to bully you. Talking about, why would you not get aggressive? Duh. You see how they Y'all please hit that like button. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe. We are on the mission, the road to 500 subscribers and to 300 watch time hours. So please share this live. Share this live. Because this really needs to be heard. And, this is not, trying to content to get famous and all. There ain't no celebrity, nothing like that. But stuff like this needs to be heard because the judge have ignored that Kamelo's knife was not illegal, and it was not illegal to have at the school stadium. But it is against school policies, but it was not illegal for Anthony to have that knife. He was in right to have that knife. He can have a knife at that school stadium, but not at school. And then they ignored the fact that he was all right in self-defense. Now, mind you, the report says that Austin had to go up 5 rows to get to Kamelo. Why was that ignored? Touch me and you will see. That's probably what I would have did. But I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have met Austin had a halfway meeting. I don't know. But Austin is a big dude, man. Do you see the muscle? I mean, look at no homo, no Diddy. Look at look look at him. Do you think that would have been a fair fight if Kamelo and we talking about the school football captain, the number 33? That's the school football captain. That's the team leader football captain. And Kamelo ain't nothing but 120 something pounds soaking wet, if that. And he's like 5. He's real short, little dude. And you got the Coxwell Van Diesel with the arms over here, number 33, the football captain, the team football captain, picking on. And I guess it's safe for me to say that Austin was picking on because Austin wanted Anthony to leave from under the tent. And Austin went up to Kamelo. He went up 5 rows to Kamelo to confront him. And yes, when I was going to school, the big guys was picking on the little guys, especially if you went to a school in the suburbs. You're definitely going to get some. This is normal. When I was going to school, especially when you went to school in the suburbs. Now, I'm not putting no race card or anything. YouTube. I'm just saying. I'm just taking them down the lane when I went to school in the suburbs and what I was dealing with. Oh yes. Oh yes. Profile like a bug, especially. And you know who was the worst? Teachers.